been a day. I've just got in from work and my Fairyloot box has shown up, which is very exciting. I got told that these ship between the 20th and the 25th. Today is the 26th, and I got my shipping notification end of the day, really end of the day, like 10 o'clock in the night time, PM as it is traditionally known. Can you tell I've been at work all day? It's been a minute, but I'm too excited, I want to get into this. So I received my notification that this had shipped on the end of the 24th. Today is the 26th, got home, it's already here. So it's pretty good, pretty much as it says on the tin. This is a mite bit expensive compared to the other boxes that I've looked at, the Cult box, the Spooky box, and the Witch casket. So what I took issue with, and this is just the first negative thing that I'm going to say, just before I get into the actual box, because I don't want it to like colour my look at the box, I just wanted to get it out there. On the website it says that these boxes are £26 each, which is basically the same as a Spooky box or a Witch casket. However, when I went to pay for this month's box, it actually then adds shipping, which is £3.95, which is a lot, and also VAT, which is an extra £3. So the actual boxes cost £32.95. And I'm not going to say, like, that's too expensive, because if that's what it costs to get it to you, that's how much it costs. But I think what they should say is boxes cost £32.95 and not say £26 and then just keep adding extra charges. I hate when websites do that with like shipping and stuff, and I hate when like VAT is included in the price of the thing for no readily apparent reason. Like, maybe just say that the boxes are £29, which includes the VAT, and then add this much shipping on it, but it seems a little bit dishonest to just say it costs £26 on the homepage, and then when you actually try and pay for it, it's suddenly a lot more expensive. However, I have high hopes for this box because it does contain a book, which kind of justifies the cost a bit to me, because obviously hardback books are very expensive, folks. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do a separate review episode on the book, and I meant to say, like, would you be interested in like having video reviews of books, because I know quite a lot of you probably here because of seeing videos and stuff, but a majority of what I post is the podcast, which is just audio, as the name would suggest. So if you'd be interested in seeing like an actual book review video where you see me talking about the book, I don't know if that would be more engaging, but let me know your thoughts. Anywho, so this has arrived today and I'm very excited. I also like that they email you and tell you when it's shipped, as do Witch casket and Cult box, just to put my last little splatter of saliva on Spooky box in my videos. They don't email you, you have to keep going to their website, which is really annoying, so I love it when they just email me and tell me this is what's happening. So here we go. This box is called Witches Be Crazy, and that's why I ordered it. It's also meant to be non-fandom specific. Quite a lot of the time their boxes apparently, they have a theme to do with the actual book in them, and it will have like quotes from specific books on stuff, which some people don't like, but this one's meant to be like pretty fandom neutral aside from the book in here. And on the front it says, "Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us that dragons can be beaten." Which is a nice quote. It's from G.K. Chesterton and N. Gaiman, so Neil Gaiman. I've just dropped something on the floor. This is the art that was used to advertise the box on their website, and on the back is the Witches Be Crazy. I actually subscribed for 1 month to get this box. You can buy one-off boxes, but there's like a limited amount of those and they come out later, so I was just like, I'll just subscribe for 1 month, that's fine. So this has all of the stuff on it that is in the box. I will get to that later. I do like this and the fact that it's like an art print, so this actually has a purpose in that you could keep it and keep this nice picture, as opposed to the menu cards for other boxes which I just throw away. We have paper wigglies, which are cute. And in each box is meant to be the book, which you get as part of the box, and then 5 to 6 items, which are to do with that theme. There's some sort of white powdery stuff over everything in here, which kind of looks like that like Oxy Vanish stuff, which is a little bit concerning. We'll get past it. So this is the first thing I've picked up. It's a Fairyloot branded velvet bag, and inside are metal straws. Okay, so there's 2 metal straws in here. Be gone, Satan. One is white with black spots and one is black with white spots, and the black one says witch on it in gold letters, and the white one says magic on it in gold letters. Those are kind of cool, to be honest. I never really jumped on the metal straws bandwagon because I think most places do paper straws now, but these would be kind of cool, and you have this little pouch thingy that you can keep them in your bag. And they come with a little bottle washer thingy, so you can obviously like get in there. Don't know why I'm showing you how to wash a straw, but that's pretty considerate, and they've actually thought about it, so I don't have to go out and buy something to clean these with. It comes packaged with them, which is like a nice extra touch. Pretty pleased with those. Those are okay, and they are like a witch themed item that is usable, which I love, and something that I feel could have been in like the basic witches spooky box, much like the next item that I've just spotted, which is a pin badge, and it's like a Starbucks cup with its a double pin back. It says not your basic witch, and the little Starbucks lady is wearing a witch's hat. There's a cauldron on there. It says not your basic witch. Perfect. Much better than a fucking Grand National winner rosette. I'm going to stop comparing them now, but you can see how salty I am. I do really like this pin. I will probably make room for this on my jacket because I do like a coffee cup. I do love a latte. So it's pretty much right up my street. Just going to move some of these like doodads. Okay, the next thing is a packet of witch playing cards. I'm not sure how witchy they are. Okay, they've got like a silver gilt edge, which is nice. And then there's just like plain normal playing cards. That's a little bit disappointing. I would have hoped for like a bit of different artwork of the back that was a bit more witchy, but let's see if we can find some court cards in here. Okay, so you have like people. I don't know if these are meant to be characters from a book that I'm not familiar with. Again, I don't know who these people are. So that's not particularly, I would say, fandom neutral. So a little bit disappointed in that. I will put those back in the box, and we will try and find out what those are to do with in a moment. So that's sort of my first dud of the box, I think. This next thing is a cauldron bath bomb. Again, kind of keeping with like the basic witch theme. This is the source of the white powdery substance. Oh, okay, I've had one of these before. I did actually record a little video about one of these, but then I didn't put it up because it really triggered my skin to flare up and be horrible, so I thought it wasn't really a great video to put up. It's a black plastic cauldron with like bath bombs and stuff in it. It's kind of interesting in a box where they give us metal straws because single-use plastics are bad. We get a single-use plastic cauldron with a bath bomb inside. You could probably reuse the plastic cauldron, but you can also reuse plastic straws, so confused. It smells kind of very strongly kind of soapy floral smell, so I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what brand it is, if it will fuck up my skin, but we'll test it out and see. Ooh! We got some fluffy socks. I love some socks. They have a little witchy hat embroidered applique thingy on them, and they are black and white stripes. Pretty standard, not like full length like ankle covers, but sort of ankle reaching socks. Pretty good. Now we're getting into autumn. I do love some fluffy socks. Oh, okay, there's more stuff under this. I thought we were nearly done, but we're not. Then we have a tote bag. I'm not going to lie, this is really cute. It has that little cartoony crystals, planchettes, potion bottles, death head moths, athmanes, bones, candles. It's quite pleasingly cartoony. It has a pattern on both sides, so it doesn't matter which way around you carry it. Inside isn't lined, it's just white. It has a Fairyloot label in it and says you have to hand wash it only. So that's pretty cool. It has these nice quite thick handles that are quite well sewn in, which means it can probably bear quite a lot of weight, which is always good. I'm always lugging books and jumble sale stuff around, and it has like a fold outable bottom, it's not just flat, so you can probably fit quite a bit of stuff in that. I love the tote bag. The tote bag is cool, and again quite witchy themed, which I like. Then we have just a few more bits in here, and then the book. We have a notelet pack which says you're just as sane as I am, and it has Luna Lovgood's what they're called, Spectra Specs, the weird spectacles that come with the Quibbler, I forget what they're called, from the movie. So that's not fandom neutral, but I feel like Harry Potter has fairly broad appeal for people who are interested in books and witches, so I'll give that a pass. Also notelets, always useful. And then we have 2 cards. I've seen these like in other people's unboxings, powder shit all over them. They apparently do these like big card things with them, and they tend to have like fandom specific characters on. I have no idea who these are meant to be. You know, maybe Draco Malfoy because he's wearing a green tie and he's blonde. I have no idea. But I think you build up like a set of these, but I have these 2. And then finally, at the bottom of the box, we have the Fairyloot book for the month, which comes in one of these little pouches which you could reuse, which is quite nice. And this book is, put that stuff to one side, it's called Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin, I think. And on the back it says, a witch and a witch hunter bound in holy matrimony. There was only one way such a story could end, a stake and a match. Which is a very interesting blurb. It has these like sprayed glitter edges, which is kind of cool. And it does appear to have been signed, I think. This hasn't been like stuck in, so I'm guessing it's either, it looks like a printed signature, but still, that's pretty cool. And there are pictures on the reverse of the dust jacket which seem to match the court cards in the playing cards that we got. So maybe those cards are to do with this book. Which I'm not going to go into too much detail right now. I am going to review it properly for the podcast once I've read it. I do find hardback books hard to carry around because I'm always worried they're going to get damaged, so I'm going to have to read this one at home. But that's a pretty cool book, and the cover price on that is $18.99 US. So it's quite a weighty book that costs a fair bit and is obviously recently out. What was this papery stuff that came with it? Okay, you get a printed bookmark which says Fairyloot and then the month and the theme, and then it has some more of that advertising artwork on it, which again you could keep. It has a nice picture on it. That's quite a nice thing to add in. Then there's a thing about next month's theme, an author interview, obviously with the author of this book, and then we get a print which I think again is the characters from the book, and a little letter from the author of the novel, just about the novel itself, which is quite a nice thing to include. So, I'm not going to say for a value of £26 because this box does not cost that. It costs $36.95, I think is what no, $32.95 is what I said. I've forgotten my own words. And for that, I've got a book which I'm going to be reviewing for the podcast. I have a nice pin badge which I will keep and probably add to my jacket or a tote bag. Some notelets which, although fairly cheap looking, are always useful, so I'm happy with notelets. Some Witches Be Crazy socks, which are adorable and which I'm definitely going to be putting on my feet probably right after this video because my feet are cold. A cauldron bath bomb I will probably pass on to someone else because of on my skin, although it does say that it is cruelty free and vegan friendly, which is quite nice. Oh, apparently it's meant to be melon scented. I don't get that at all, it just smells like floral perfume. Some playing cards which are not really witch playing cards, they're more themed to this specific book, so kind of a miss for me. And these card thingies that I don't know who they are. And my metal straws, which I will keep. So basically, for the price that I paid for the thing, I have notelets, socks, metal straws, a book, and a pin. Which I would not be mad at paying like £25 for, but probably not the nearly £33 that this box cost. Oh, I forgot to include the tote bag in that. So yeah, for the advertised cost of the box, I would be happy with that, but because of those extra charges for postage and stuff, questioning whether I would buy another one. As these aren't always witch themed, I probably wasn't going to buy more than one, but there we go. And just to go down the spoiler card, which to be honest is quite a pretty picture, I will definitely be keeping one or both of these as well. So yeah, there's fluffy witch socks, the basic witch enamel pin. The cauldron bath bomb was made by Little Heart Gifts, so you can probably buy that there. Metal straws. A lot of these it doesn't give like where they're from or if they're exclusive items. Okay, apparently the cards, the tarot cards for this month, which mine are slightly bent, are based on the Shatter Me series by Tahira Murphy. Probably not saying that right. And our featured book. Blah 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 blah. Oh, apparently this book that comes with it, the Serpent and Dove, contains romance, witty banter, magic, betrayal and more. I love witty banter. Love it. So we shall see. I'm quite happy with this box, to be honest. I'm not sure that it's worth the amount I paid for it. I might feel more that way when I start using the items. I think because there are things like a tote bag and notepaper, I get quite a lot of those things in other boxes, so it doesn't really feel like I'm getting items that really add anything to my life because I already have things like notepads and booklets and things. I would have appreciated other things. The metal straws, for example, are not things that I've had from other boxes, so I don't have those. And it's nice to me to be able to put a witch themed item in my house where previously there was either nothing or a non-witch themed version, because I love a witch themed thing. So things like stickers for a laptop case, or metal straws, drinking straws, socks. Again, I don't really have a lot of witchy socks. Things like that, they'll fill like a witchy void in my life. Whereas things like mugs or tote bags, I already have quite a lot of witchy themed versions of those from other boxes and from just shopping. So there isn't like a huge amount of novelty for me in that. Having said that, I am quite pleased with the box in that it kind of comes with things that you can use, like these are things that they just include in the box, like the list of stuff, but that it has a kind of value to it as well as like an added item. I like that it has a picture on the back. I would be pleased if like Witch Caskets started doing that as well, so that I could keep those. You get like the author interview, which I guess is exciting if you already know about the author, but obviously for a lot of people this is going to be the first book of theirs that they read. But it, you know, obviously helps, and the added like value of getting a whole book in a box is quite nice. It kind of gives me something that I can just jump into and start reading, as opposed to a lot of boxes where you open it, you look at the stuff and you're like, cool, there's nothing in here that I'm going to use straight away, so it just kind of gets immediately put to one side. So I'm quite excited about it. I do quite like the tote bag, and I think it will look really nice with some of my pin badges on it. So I have to say that I'm quite pleased with my first Fairyloot box, and if they did another like witch theme that wasn't fandom specific, then I would be completely into that and probably buy another box, because especially as someone who does a book review podcast, getting a book, it's like a twofer. So that's very exciting, and I might include some of the items that I was less sure about in a giveaway coming up. So yeah, quite happy with the Fairyloot box, aside from the fact that the cost isn't maybe quite as advertised, but the customer service does seem quite good, and the actual products you're getting do feel kind of sturdy, well made, like the socks and the tote bag, and they are at least kind of original and interesting and bang on theme, which is always nice. So I'm not pissed off, I'm actually cautiously optimistic about enjoying these items, and I will get back to you with my review of the book that came in this box when I have had a chance to read it, after the book that I'm currently slogging my way through. But my hopes for this one are high. I love a sort of enemies to lovers plotline, which seems to be what is hinted at in this book. So stay tuned. If you're not already, go and follow on Castbox, because then you can listen to me out and about, listen to the book reviews without necessarily being at your computer. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you would like to see video book reviews for books coming up. It might be just books that are like non-fiction, that have stuff in them that I might want to show you, as opposed to just tell you about. So in the meantime, don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because otherwise how do you know when there is a new box unboxing? It's weird to have like a bag unboxing, an unbagging, and various other things. Make sure you do that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!